Learn from the world's best all in one place with Masterclass, the only streaming platform where you can learn and grow with over 200 of the world's best. Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head over to masterclass.com/Spotify for the current offer. That's up to 50% off at masterclass.com/Spotify.
This episode is brought to you by Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King. Get tickets now for the ultimate family holiday movie experience. Reunite with the characters you know and the untold story you'd never expect. Witness Mufasa's rise from orphan to king and see how the legendary villain Scar got his name. Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King, in theaters everywhere this Friday. The kingdom awaits.
'Twas the nights before Christmas. Despite last-minute stress, few were delivering except Walmart Express.
Stockings were hung by the fireplace with care, knowing in about an hour stuffers would soon be there.
On to the road, Walmart Express delivery went. Chock full of wondrous things in the St. Nick of time sent. Let's go!
Get express delivery in as fast as an hour, even on Christmas Eve. Orders must be placed by 4 p.m. local time on 12/24. Subject to availability. Fees and restrictions apply.
Express delivery to y'all and to all a good night. Welcome to your Walmart.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. We're driven by the search for better, but when it comes to hiring, the best way to search for a candidate isn't to search at all. Don't search, match with Indeed. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging so you can connect with candidates faster. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/MBO. Terms and conditions apply.
This is the sound of your ride home with Dad after he caught you vaping. Awkward, isn't it? Most vapes contain seriously addictive levels of nicotine and disappointment. Know the real cost of vapes. Brought to you by the FDA.
Hey all you heroes, hawks, heralds, crows, pirates, and wardens. Welcome to the Dragon Age Lorecast, where we unpack, discuss, and galaxy brain about all the lore behind the Dragon Age series.
We are so excited to bring you this podcast. Every episode, we'll be talking about a different topic in the Dragon Age universe. From character deep dives to exalted marches and elven gods, we will cover it all.
There will be spoilers. And always remember, swooping is bad.
And welcome to the Dragon Age Lorecast, the podcast where we talk about Dragon Age and its lore. I'm one of your hosts, Austin, also known as Teacup.
And I'm your other host, Shelby or Shecup.
And we're here for our patron chat, our special December patron chat, which is open to all patrons. So that's very exciting. So I'm going to let our patrons introduce themselves, and I'm going to begin with LVCC13.
Hello, everyone. I am LVCC13, or Lizzie.
Then we have the Crimson Knight.
Hello, I'm Steven, or the Crimson Knight.
The Wesbotron.
Hello, I am the Wesbotron, also known as the Couplar.
The Couplar, yes, that is correct. And then, welcome back to the Patreon. Next, we have Lewis.
Hey, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
I've missed this.
We've missed you. And then next, we have a woman who needs no introduction, Genesis.
Aw. I mean, you can fan me up a little bit. I'm all here for that.
The only person who has been on every single one of our shows, and I've been on all of her shows.
This is true. I'm Genesis, the one and only.
Yes. And then we have Kerwin.
Hey guys, it's Kiwi on the Discord or Kirwin.
And then Jay Ambrosian.
Yes, I am Jay or Ambrosion on the Discord.
So that's everyone. I think, yes, that's everyone. So we are here. We are going to play a special version of Dragon Age Family Feud. So how this is going to work, we're going to divide you into teams. There is no team captain or the one-on-one. We will not be doing those. We'll just alternate which team goes first. I will be rolling a dice that I have now lost. So that's, look at me. There it is. I will be rolling a nice little dice to figure out which team goes first. Shelby will be keeping points for the teams. Whoever has, and individuals. So you will have points as a team and you will have points as individuals. So whoever has the highest score at the end, the individual with the highest score at the end will receive the Quizzitor title on the Discord. I will read you prompts and then you give me what you think are answers to said prompts. The answers to the questions are not what you think, are not what Shelby and I think, but rather a poll of the random sampling of the Dragon Age Lorecast audience. So be warned, there are some controversial takes, but remember, this is not me and Shelby endorsing any of these things. The first team that gets 3 X's, meaning that you say something that is not in the list of answers, that if you get 3 X's on a question, the question will go to the other team. Shelby, did I explain anything incorrectly?
No, all of that was correct. Good job.
Look at me. A broken clock is right twice a day.
Oh yeah, I guess if you're not American, you've probably never seen this show. If you've ever seen clips of Steve Harvey on like TikTok and stuff, like making faces at people being ridiculously inappropriate on live television, that is this show.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
So, for example, I will ask a prompt that's something like, which companion is the best? And or I guess that is an actual prompt that is
one of the questions. So not
okay, something like that. And you give a random answer. That answer might be on the 6 that we have. Or it might not. If it's not, you receive an X. If it is, it's rated 1 through 5. There are only 5 answers?
There are potentially 6. Some questions are just unanimous, so we have fewer, but at least, or at most, 6 potential answers. So I'm just going to alternate, and we'll do Lizzie, Wes, and Kirwin. And so that means Steven, Genesis, Lewis will be on one team, and then Ambrosian, I'm going to add you into team 1. And also, reminder, if there is ever an opportunity where the other team can steal the answer, you can talk about it as a group. It's not just one person's answer. That's a group discussion. Okay.
All right.
I think we're ready to begin.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the Dragon Age Lorecast Family Feud. And so, our first prompt is, in Dragon Age, what name the oh wait, we didn't decide who's going to go first.
Roll the dice.
Since team 2 has a less people, Jen, pick odds or evens.
Evens.
That's a 4. Do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
Team, what are we doing? Do we want to go first? Where we feel solid about this one? All right, let's take it.
First.
Well,
okay, first. All right, so your first prompt is most iconic faction, which, so first up, Jen, that is you.
I'm going to go with the Grey Wardens.
That is our number 1 answer for 62 points. Lewis, name an iconic faction in Dragon Age.
I'm going to go with the Templars.
The Templars is number 3 for 4 points. Steven, name an iconic Dragon Age faction.
I'm going to say the crows.
And Teven Crows is number 2 at 10 points. All right, now we're bringing it back to Genesis. Name an iconic faction.
Oh no. The Seekers.
The Seekers did not make the top 5. All right, so now we're moving to Lewis. Name an iconic faction.
Mages.
Nope. All right, Steven.
All right. Well, recency bias is a thing, so I am going to say the Shadow Dragons.
That is 3 X's. So, team 1, amongst yourselves, name an iconic faction.
Okay, guys, did you see the question I asked when we were talking about? Yeah. Do we think that? Okay, we're going to say the Circle.
No.
Really?
So what happens now? I go back to team 1?
I am going to the points are over. Nobody gets any more. I'm gonna reveal the answers now though, and these are absolutely insane. So just prepare yourself.
Yay, unhinged.
The Chantry.
Of course.
Is that a faction?
Yeah, that's why I paused at the Chantry, because I was like, mages are technically a part of the Chantry.
Yeah,
So
but
that's true.
Different, and I'm not giving you points for that. I'm sorry.
It's a sub-faction.
The next answer is actually the most unhinged.
Lords of Fortune.
What?
Yeah,
that's an Isabella stan.
There was also somebody who said Darkspawn, and I just was like, technically I should put this on there, but I'm not going to it out of
Are they a faction?
Right, they're not
technically the playable, right?
I don't know. Anyway,
They're playing.
They are playable in that one Origins
that's true.
DLC.
And the DLC.
Out that.
All right. Team 2, starting with Lizzie.
It's team 1.
Team 1, starting with Lizzie. Name an iconic favorite character. I'm killing Lewis.
There's so many. I think, though, I'm going to go with Varric.
Varric is on the list, sitting at number 2 for 12 points.
Was only number 2?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right. Wes, name an iconic favorite character.
Oh, I'm going for the number 1 there, Austin. Give me Morgan.
Morgan is number 1 with 20. Do we know how many people we said?
Okay, that makes sense.
I think it was like 75 or something like that.
Okay.
Not everybody answered every question. So the points are a little willy-nilly. They don't quite add up to 100.
Yes. All right. So that brings us to Ambrosian. Name a favorite character.
Alistair.
Alistair is at number 3 for 10 points. All right. And then Kerwin, name a favorite character.
I feel like Fenris needs to be on this list. Really? Oh, that's
shocking,
terrible.
actually.
Even though I was in the survey. All right, Lizzie.
Okay, I'm going to go with Isabella. Really?
Yep.
Wow, Dragon Age. Varric's the only one who's getting love from DA2 right now. Wow. I swear to God, if Meredith is on this list.
It's all right.
Wes, you ready? What you
I'm
got
ready.
for us, Wes?
I'm ready. I'm going 2 for 2. Give me the Mabari.
Dog is not on there.
Everybody hates animals.
What do you mean Darkspawn's not on the list? It's
Darkspawn is not on the list. Was that 3? No, that was just 2.
That was just 2.
Ambrosian, name a favorite character.
It's not Solus, is it? Is it the egg?
It's
3. Not.
Solus is not on the list. All right. Team 2 as a whole. Name me a favorite character.
All right. So we have the possibility to steal the points. Favorite character.
What about Madame Pentecost over here?
Cassandra's a
would be a
good
good choice.
option.
Is that your final answer? different game.
I think it's a good. It's a good one. Let's go with Cassandra.
Cassandra
Ding.
Allegra.
Cassandra is on the list. Number 4 with 8. So do they get to keep answering or yes? No.
No, we
they
now
just win.
stole all those points.
That is correct. So I am still letting, if you guess the answer, you still get to keep your individual point.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys stole Team 1's answers, and so they got all your points.
All right. So are we?
The last 2 top favorite characters are Dorian and Hawk, actually.
Vindicated.
There
Hawk
was
a character? I guess playable
Yeah, he's in
character. Okay.
DAI as well.
I guess.
I mean, I didn't specify like companion
NPC.
versus NPC
Sure.
playable. So
there's a reason why Sarcastic Hawk is 99% of all fanfic Hawks. Just saying.
All right. So we're moving on for the next one. Going on the opposite side of the coin. Team 2, Genesis. Name me a most hated character.
Jowen.
Jowen is number 6 with 4 points.
That was for you, Kolka.
I was gonna say I found his vote.
We found Cash. Lewis, name me a
I'm gonna
hated
go-
character.
I'm gonna go with Meredith.
That's shocking.
Yeah,
I guess
Rez, your campaign is working.
Bravo.
there
I'm
are a
rubbing off on my
lot.
friends.
There are a lot of really hated characters in Dragon Age. So I will also say there were a lot of like 1s and 2s and 3s. But at some level you just got to cut them off. So
Crimson Knight.
I'm going to say Bartrand.
No Bartrand. All right, we're back at the top with Genesis.
I can't think of her name off the top of my head, but it was the character that Felicia Day played.
Oh, Talus. Is that what you went to?
Yes.
Say?
Yeah.
No Talus.
Damn it.
All right. Team 1, your steal.
Who answers?
Do we want to go with? Because
I think all of us do, right? As a team.
I got one.
I got one. I vote. I think we should go for Logain.
I think Logan's a good option, but also Arl, Rendon, Howe.
Yeah.
What about
what about who?
Sarah or Vivian?
I think we've got a better shot with one of the quote unquote villains.
Yeah, we could try.
What do we think?
I'm down for any of the options.
Do we think we should go with Logain?
I think it's a safe bet, but
yeah,
he is only a one-ish game, so I don't know if there are.
Okay.
Logain.
I'm good with any of the answers.
Is Logain your final answer?
Yes.
Yes.
Logain is number 1 for 16 points.
What?
It's all his fault.
Okay, guys, this is one of the ones that I was talking about. That is crazy.
It is unhinged.
Because the number 2, I don't believe should be even like anywhere near the top of this list. And it is the egg.
I was wondering if he'd make an appearance.
Like
I knew it
being on here, but like
I figured he'd be on there, but not that high.
not number 2.
Yeah, what the hell?
Rendon Howe for that. This one.
Sarah was on there.
I knew she'd be on there.
And Sarah beat who I think should be probably switched with Solus.
How?
No. The next one.
Oh.
I was also thinking Andrews.
I'm surprised Vivian isn't on here because she gets a lot of hate. I don't agree with it, but she does get a lot.
I think this is a good reminder that this is really a poll of our audience, and our audience is not really that representative of a lot of the fandom.
That's fair.
That is true.
That's a good thing.
We are not the norm.
All right. Are we ready to go?
I think,
we're the fun
I think
people.
the soulless hate is strictly the Shelby propaganda on Discord.
Or the broken-hearted Lavellans who are the kind to key their ex-boyfriend's cars. Let's not psychoanalyze that right now.
All right, Austin.
All right. So, whose question that was? Team Two's
Wait,
question.
Jen can't answer this question. She's an expert.
But
We just got to get them all. We just got to get all six.
It's your
We got to
question.
lock in.
It's Team One's question, right?
It's Team One's question. So we'll start with Lizzie. Name the best romance.
Okay, because I have my opinion, but also, like, I don't know if it's honestly the best one. I'm gonna say the Cullen Inquisitor romance.
That is number one. Cullen Webster, number one romance. All right, Wes.
Oh, me, Cassandra.
Cassandra is on the list at number 4 or 8. Ambrosian.
I'm going to be offended if this isn't on there. But Dorian? I'm offended. I'm offended.
I am also offended.
That is
Very much
literally
one of the best.
That is so good.
Yeah, I agree. He should have been on there for sure. But
Kiwi.
I'm going to, despite personal opinion, I'm going to think that Alistair is on there.
Alistair is on there at number 2.
Yay, my other husband.
All right. So, Lizzie, back to you.
Wrap it up, guys. Get them all.
Okay, I'm gonna say this is a risk, but I'm gonna say it anyway. Zevran. Oh, that's a shame. His is a good one.
All right. Wes.
I'm going for the one that's out there, and you'll know what I mean when I say his name, the Iron Bull.
Wow.
All right. Team 2.
Wow.
Your steal.
So we got to think about the audience who answered this question. And I'm thinking Leliana.
Good point.
Team agree?
Oh, yeah, I'll defer to Genesis. So,
yeah.
Because I mean, running through the other options, Solus could be on the list, but not with how much he was hated.
Character as well.
Yeah.
The only other one that I could think of would possibly be Morgan.
Ooh.
I don't know.
I feel like people have such a bigger connection to Leliana. I mean, that's my gut, but I would also go with Morgan.
I'll defer to you, Genesis. I think Leliana.
Let's go with Leliana.
Ding, ding, ding. Liliana is on the list at number 5 for 6 points. So
is this where I play the sound effects?
Yes. So, if Shelby wants to reveal the other answers, sitting at number 3.
I'm going to go with the last one first, just because I think number 3 is funny.
Morgan.
And Solus, in contrast to the previous question. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I truly don't know.
This is unhinged.
Apparently, we were thinking literal masochists instead of emotional masochists with our Iron Bull answer.
No. Yeah. Anyway. All right.
I just put too much faith in the NSFW chat.
Team 2.
This episode is brought to you by Google Gemini. With the Gemini app, you can talk live and have a real-time conversation with an AI assistant. It's great for all kinds of things, like if you want to practice for an upcoming interview, ask for advice on things to do in a new city, or brainstorm creative ideas. And by the way, this script was actually read by Gemini. Download the Gemini app for iOS and Android today. Must be 18 plus to use Gemini Live.
Looking for a pickup truck to get just about anything done? Look no further. The Chevy Silverado EV isn't just the most powerful Silverado ever, with next-level towing capability and technology. It also offers game-changing versatility with the available multi-flex midgate and tailgate, which means Silverado EV helps you carry large, bulky, and oddly shaped items up to nearly 11 feet in length. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. Visit Chevrolet.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Allstate. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first, like you know to check the date of the big game first before you accidentally buy tickets on your 20th wedding anniversary and have to spend the next 20 years of your marriage making up for it. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
Bored at home? Head over to Chumba Casino and join some serious social casino fun. With hundreds of games at your fingertips, no purchase necessary. You can play anytime, anywhere. There's a special welcome bonus waiting for you when you sign up. Play for fun, play for free, and you could even redeem some great prizes. Visit ChumbaCasino.com and get ready to reel in the fun. Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by AWS. Amazon Q Business is the new generative AI assistant from AWS. Many tasks can make business slow, like wading through mud. Help! Luckily, there's a faster, easier, less messy choice. Amazon Q can securely understand your business data to help you streamline tasks, like summarizing quarterly results or doing complex analyses in no time. Q got this. Learn what Amazon Q Business can do for you at aws.com/learn more.
Team 2, it is your question. So, first thing, name me what is the first thing you do in a new game? In a new Dragon Age game.
This question was so difficult for me to even answer because I was like, what? But let's go with character creation because that's the first thing you do in a video game.
Number one, character creation. Which I feel like
you gotta steal this, guys.
It is a question of like, I get it. Because like, is character creation actually when you start playing the game? Like, is it the first thing you do? Character creation is the first thing you do in every game.
No, it's not. Dragon Age 2. You played the intro and then created your character.
I guess that is true. You know, Jen, you got me. I'll just have to defer that you would you like to come and host?
I mean, I have before the April Fool's episode.
That is true. Anyway, we'll move to Lewis. Name what is one of the first things you do in a game, in a new Dragon Age game. A new Dragon.
See, it's all part of character creation. Like, pick a class, pick a race, pick an origin. Pick a romance. I'll go with pick a romance.
I am going to count that as this last answer, which is flirt.
Flirt. Some of these are really funny. All right, Steven, name one of the first things you do in a new Dragon Age game.
Play through the tutorial.
All right, Jen.
I'm going to go with recruitment. Got to build the squad.
I'm also going to count this one.
For number 3, talk to everyone.
That is number 4.
Oh, number 4. Sorry. Counting is hard. I was a humanities major in school. All right, Lewis.
Side quests.
That's 2 X's. So, Steven?
Get lost in the hinterlands.
That's not the first thing you do in a new game.
Yeah.
I have an idea if you want it. But I don't know if I'm allowed to give my teammates hints and stuff like that.
I mean, they kind of do on the show, so I say go for it.
You got to get better gear.
Yeah.
Go shopping.
Yeah, upgrade gear.
Unfortunately, that is not on the list.
All right. So, team 1, your steal.
My guess is exploring the map.
I agree with that.
I think that's a good option at this point. Because I can't think of anything else.
Exploring the map is number 2.
Got ourselves on the board.
Let's go. We did it, Reddit.
So, number 3 is find codex.
Mm.
And number 5 is my personal favorite. Cry.
Accurate though.
I mean, they're not wrong.
Yeah.
The fact that like multiple people said that is so funny to me.
Well, especially
I'm betting those are people who had just finished the beginning of Veilguard.
Yep.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. So that team won. It is now your turn. Favorite location?
Well, I know what it's not, but I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, we all know which one we're not picking. I'm gonna go with, because this is right after Veilguard came out. I'm gonna say with Treviso / Antiva.
That is number 2.
Yes!
Woo! Which is one of my favorite locations in the Veilguard.
It's so pretty.
I agree. Yep.
Even with the occupation.
All right, Wes.
I'm gonna vote for what I think is the best map in Inquisition, the Emerald Graves.
Emerald Graves is number 6. The prettiest,
Nice!
once again, one of the prettiest maps. Plus, there's also so many, like, collection points in that thing.
How much loot?
All right, Ambrosian.
I'm stuck on if I choose something from Veilguard or if I choose something earlier, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Arlathan.
Arlathan is not on the list.
Oh.
All right, Kiwi.
Oh, I feel like I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I thoroughly enjoy Kirkwall.
Kirkwall is number 4.
Woo!
Definitely an iconic location.
Yeah, I was shocked by Kirkwall being on the list personally. But here we are.
All right. Lizzie, back to you. Or, no,
Okay. I'm gonna say this might be more controversial, but it's a risk, but I'm gonna say Valroyo.
No, Valroyo.
Not surprised. It's just one of my favorite places just because it's pretty.
Yes.
And because shopping.
All right, Wes.
There's just so many places that it could be. One of the places that pops into my head, just because it's one of the most visited places in Inquisition, is Skyhold.
Skyhold is number 1.
Good job, Wes.
All right, Jay Ambrosian. Name a favorite location.
I want to ruin it. Oh no.
I believe in you.
I mean,
We love you
ask
either
my
way, still.
team for tips, right?
I mean, you can't really ask them, but if they start shouting things at you, I'm gonna.
I have one in mind, but it would be as a sarcastic joke, and I feel like it would be a throwaway answer.
I'm
so I
not
don't
saying
wanna do that.
what it is. I'm just saying it rhymes with dorm roast.
That's one of my favorite places.
I mean, I almost want to say, like, I would suggest one of the other Veilguard locations, but there's only one. We only see one of those answers on the board right now.
Yeah,
but there's 2 more options. I don't know.
I'm gonna say 10 seconds to decide.
You know what? I'm gonna say the Deep Roads. That's not my original answer, but I'm gonna say the Deep Roads.
No Deep Roads. All right, team 2, you're Steel.
Ooh. What are we thinking?
I feel like if there is any other place from Veilguard in the list, it would be Minrathous. But I'm not sure if that is in the list.
Yeah, I just feel like the scattering of answers doesn't hold well for Veilguard out of that.
Especially because Arlathan is not on the list.
Yeah.
Right.
What about the other team did mention potentially Storm Coast.
No, I didn't. I said dorm roast.
Dorm roast.
You know what? Just to piss Wes off, I think we should go with the Storm Coast.
Confirm.
Let's go with Storm Coast.
No,
I'm playing 4D chess.
So, number 3 is Ravane. With 12.
Beachy.
And then number 5. Are you all ready for number 5?
No.
Oh my God, what is it?
For Eldon.
Number 5 is the Hinterlands.
Favorite.
Who does that?
That's bananas.
I
thought it was going to be the Fade.
That's that was voted for by the people that never escaped the hinterlands.
Yes,
it has to be their favorite.
You know,
they've got Stockholm.
You know,
syndrome.
it's the 4 people who love
hinterlands.
Blackwall. It's the 4 people who love Blackwall. That's why they voted for the hinterlands.
I could
Saying there's 4
understand.
people that love him is over the top.
It has nice music.
Okay, we're done with Blackwall. If the question had been prettiest location or like name a pretty location, I could understand voting the hinterlands, but your favorite? Like that's crazy to me. But anyway, so I do have 4 more questions, but we are running out of time, so we're just going to do 2 more instead. Well, no.
Does that mean we get the points then?
Yeah, y'all got all the points.
Yay!
All right. Shelby, why don't you, do you want to do that one or do you want to pick the 2 that you do?
No, I want to do the next 2.
Okay. So, most annoying companion, which would be
Team 2, I think.
Team 2. So, Genesis, most annoying companion.
Sarah.
Sarah is number 1, which makes me sad. I like Sarah.
She's okay, but she's also annoying. Like, that's part of her character. Doesn't make her bad or hated. She's just annoying.
True.
All right, Lewis.
That was immediately what I thought of as well. We've seen a lot of hate for him already. Let's go with Solus.
Solus is on the list at number 3. Steven?
Sebastian.
Sebastian is also on the list for number 5. All right, Jen, back to you.
Ogren.
Ogren at number 2. Lewis?
Do we go with Veilguard? I'm going to say maybe Tosh.
Steven?
I'll say Anders.
Anders is on the list at number 4. Sorry, Jen.
It's okay. I understand.
It's your
she
turn
said
now.
begrudgingly.
Poor Anders.
Poor Anders. I know it's controversial, but dog barks put me on edge no matter where I am. So I'm going to go with the dog.
That's okay. 2, right, Shelby?
Correct. Only 2. So,
right, so Lewis.
I don't know. Help.
It's from a Dragon Age game.
Isabella.
All right. Team 2.
Oh gosh, who do we think?
Team 1. I've got a couple options. I think like it could be Meryl. I know some people found Alistair annoying, at least at the beginning. And first impressions could have gone through the entire game. Sten.
Oh, I love
Sten. Vivian as well. Unfortunately,
I was thinking
I don't
Vivian,
agree, but it could be
Vivian.
Vivian.
Yeah, I would say either Vivian or Meryl. I feel like Meryl's probably the better option, though.
Or we can go with the hot take and say Fenris.
Oh, how dare you?
I vote we say Meryl.
I'm okay with Meryl. I find her annoying, but that's okay. That's a good answer.
That is not correct, unfortunately.
Really? Oh.
You guys are going to be like, oh, yeah, of course. And the answer is Carver.
Oh, definitely, of course.
I was thinking Carver. I'm like, okay, hold up. How many people are actually going to put Carver?
Carver.
I think that with this, like, I forget Carver exists.
Exactly, right?
Yes. Yes.
Because I hardly ever
only
play
don't because I play mage.
So I always have Bethany.
I always forget about Bethany because I never play as anything other than a mage hawk anymore.
Yeah. All right, Team 1. It is your question, Lizzie. Name who has the most tragic story.
I'm going to start with Hawk.
Hawk is on the list at number 4 for 8 points. All right, Wes.
Oh, this is a tough one, actually. I'm going to go with Fenris.
Fenris is on the list at number 2, 16. Ambrosian.
I might be going out on a limb here. Assuming everyone who answered this has played Vilgard. Solus.
Solus is number 1. All right, Kiwi.
Is Cullen on the list?
Cullen is not on the list.
Oh.
So that's 1X. Lizzie.
Scared to say this because it might potentially be a spoiler. So if you haven't finished Veilguard yet, fast forward. Varric.
Varric is on the list at number... Nope.
Whoops.
Spoilers.
Ooh, I have my next answer.
Okay.
All right. We'll leave that answer for our last X.
Okay. All right. Who that was Lizzie who said that? Yes, I was.
Tragic. I'm gonna go Blackwall.
Ambrosia.
How many X's do we have?
We have two. So say the one that he gave away so they can't steal it.
Should I say everyone?
There you go. For everyone.
I have another answer though, but I'll hide it.
We'll move on to Kiwi.
Oh, that's not fair. Okay, can I borrow your answer?
A certain mage who likes men.
Oh, yeah.
Who is also a man.
I mean, I guess he is.
I could be wrong though.
Yeah. You know, I guess we're gonna go with it. Just say Dorian. It's not Dorian.
So, team 2, here's your steal.
If it's who I think it is.
I'm going between Anders and Morrigan right now.
Yeah,
like those are the two that are.
I thought Anders also.
Yeah. I feel like Anders has a bit more of a tragic backstory. They took away his cat, so.
True.
Yeah, this is true. Do we go with that?
Yeah, I don't have anything better.
That's your final answer.
It's either that or maybe the city elf in Origins. Like that was the most heart-wrenching origin that I've ever played. That's really specific.
What are you going with?
Jen, you pick.
Anders. Oh, good.
The last answer
was the sea
is
elf, wasn't it?
Cole.
Oh.
I forget about
my
poor
sweet
Cole.
baby boy.
All right. So I'm going to let
It's a surprise.
Shelby tally up all the points or do that, but we'll let them introduce himself and then we can say the winners. Or then say where to find you.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. So if you want to let people know anything you got going on or where they can find you, we'll do that. And we'll start with LVCC 13.
I am LVCC13 or Lizzie. You can find my voice in the Avengers audio drama where I play Janet Van Dyne / the Wasp. And sometimes, very occasionally, because life is crazy, you can find me on Twitch. I'm hoping that I'll be back after my Christmas break playing Dragon Age. I'm going to finish up that Inquisition playthrough so I can actually play my Lavellan who romanced Solus playthrough of Veilguard and see how that goes. So stay tuned.
All right. The Crimson Knight.
I'm the Crimson Knight or Steven, and you can find me on Discord.
Lewis.
Hey, I'm Lewis. You can find me on Instagram, Lewis Hackfath, HACKFATH.
All right. And the Wesbotron.
All right, you can find me on the Discord once a month when I pop my head out of my nap hibernation.
As the Coupler. Yes. Genesis.
I am Genesis, one half of the Two Girls, One Ship podcast, where we analyze, rate, and review all that the world of video game romances has to offer. We have done the first 3 Dragon Age games, and the cups have been on our wrap-up episodes on those. I am also co-host of the Cyberpunk Lorecast, where we talk about the foundations of the past, the state of Night City today, and the news of the future for all things cyberpunk. And Austin was on that one when we talked about religion in the year 2077.
Ambrosian.
I am Jay or Ambrosian on the Discord.
All right, awesome. And then Kiwi.
I am Kirwin or Wild Kiwi, and I haunt the Discord.
So Shelby, we are ready for some announcements.
Okay, so I'm going to do individual scores first. I'm going to go from the bottom. So unfortunately, in last place is Kiwi with 20 points. Nobody got 0 though. So like, give yourselves a round of applause for that one. And then in 6th place is Lewis with 22 points. In 5th place is Steven with 30 points. In 4th place is Ambrosian with 36 points. And in 3rd place is Lizzie with 60. 2nd is Wes with 68. And then Genesis got number 1 with a whopping 171.
Wow.
Because
all right.
You got, I guess, the number 1 answers on like 2 of the highest scoring questions. So you will get that tag on Discord. And then for the teams, Team 1 got 210 points and Team 2 got 315 points.
Woohoo!
Woo!
Good job, everyone. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Thank you for your continued support. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/DA Lorecast. Thank you all for listening to the Dragon Age Lorecast. We will see you next time. Thanks for listening to the Dragon Age Lorecast. You can find us on Twitter at DA Lorecast.
If you have any lore questions, topics to unpack, or side character suggestions, join our Cups Podcasting and More Discord server. It's easily the best place on the internet. You can also support us financially through our Patreon. You can find us there on patreon.com/DragonAgeLorecast.
The Dragon Age Lorecast is part of the Robots Radio Network. For more information about the Robots Radio Network, join the Discord server via the link in our episode description.
If you enjoyed the show or learned something new today, please subscribe, leave us a review, and join the Patreon. And if you enjoyed our intro and outro music, give a big thank you to Pipeman Studios. Thank you, Pipeman. Thanks again for listening to the Dragon Age Lorecast. We'll see you next time.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay, things people love.
When a wasteland detective and a vault girl cross paths, no criminal is safe.
You're both under arrest.
Don't move a muscle if you know what's good for you.
Based in Bethesda's Fallout series, follow Walter and Bunny as they traverse the Texas Commonwealth and New Vegas, busting big crime rings.
We'll need all we can to expand into Vegas territory.
And surviving anything the wasteland can throw at them.
It's him! It's the Mothman!
Featuring a series of nail-biting narratives and guest stars from across the Fallout community. It's anybody's guess what thrilling case is up next.
War never changes, does it, Bunny?
No, it certainly does not.
True Vault Escapades, a Fallout audio drama. Available anywhere you get podcasts.